know if the corner's the best place to put this. It's probably not. I might put it there. And of course I put the buckets away. Is it fruit? So you've given me fruit juice, which I don't think fruit juice is actually used for anything except for mint. I've never actually messed with biomass and ethanol production. I can't remember what it's called in this version. It was called biomass, or it was called ethanol, and they changed the biomass and they changed it to something different. I can't remember what it's called. But I've never really played around with the fermenter. I may give it a shot. It could be quite interesting to set up and get running, especially given I've not done it before. But we need seeds. Where do I have apples? Where do the apples come from? Is that a question word? I don't know at this point. So I have a thing for foods. It's not really what that was intended for. I just need to clear the inventory out a little bit. So now the interesting thing is, I don't know if the squeezer will pick up Agricraft and magical crop seeds as squeezable things. Because what we can in theory do is use the rejects from our breeding process to make seed oil, which is what I've done in other packs that have magical crops and Agricraft, as well as forestry. Because you need seed oil to make apiaries, but you can't get seed oil without seeds. Unless you breed trees, which we will eventually get into. Partially because I've not done tree breeding properly. Guessing these are the 10 10s. Oh, 10. Are those reject spider soul seeds? I think they are. Let's check. They must be, because I've got spider soul seeds growing. Yeah, they must be. This is what happens when you don't log into a pack for like 20 odd days. You totally forget what you were planning, where you were, what you've done, what you've not done. I'm reasonably confident at least one of these is going to be 10 10 10. Yeah, there we go. Those are all rejects. So we'll go plant these and then we'll come up and we'll take the reject batch and we'll stick it into the. Actually, I want to make another hopper. Well, if it works and the seed the squeezer can squeeze these seeds into seed oil. Then I want to make a hopper. But I mean, worst comes to worst, I can like just take clippings of like wheat seeds and do it that way instead. It should work. I'm sure I've done it before, but I just want to test to make sure that it still works and it's not being disabled because it was too easy. No, of course, because I haven't got any fuel in that. Yeah. I am so clever sometimes. So it needs to get up to 100. It does. We will then start getting steam, which will then turn into power. Was it a liquid fuel firebox I wanted me to make, or was it a solid fuel? Fire charge. Oh, that's not terrible to make. Bricks, a furnace. What's that? 2 iron plates. That's pretty. That's pretty reasonable. Yeah, I don't think anybody to come in. This server actually used to be quite busy, and then real life happened. I don't like real life. It happens too often. That'll give us enough coal to power this for a while. It seems to be working. So let's go make another hopper. It's 3 high, isn't it? Could make a improved chest. To have a chest still sitting, doing nothing. Let's check for that. I mean, I could take one of those. I think I have. Yeah. Not seeing any. Yeah, I didn't think I had. Yeah, so try and remember how to make a chest. You know, it's a lot. Really don't want to use that. A lumber axe would break like that entire thing. That would be bad. That's not what I wanted to do at all. Which RF vertex is it? So They're not exactly difficult to make, so we could make a couple. It's 25 cents. I check what's cool. What's in this thing? So they have 640 RF per tick. Is it filling up these? Yeah, it's because it's filling up everything else. That's full. That should be. Yeah, so it should just be going to that. It's because that's not making 640, it's only making. It's only going to be extracting out 320, which should still be more. I'm just going to do that. So that should give it enough burn time to power through all those seeds. I hope. Just stick back in there. Go in there for a moment. Shot there. Okay, so I think we may call it a day with that. I will probably do that off camera. There's not. It's literally just a crafting recipe. I probably get stuff together to make one of these. No, we could actually do it just now. Let's do it just now. And we need some bricks, which is clay, which we can make in abundance. Give us enough to make that. And then sear bricks, which I already have. So we need so one sear brick there. I've got more here. I think. And a furnace, which is not. It just requires cobblestone, which isn't difficult for us at this point. And a furnace, which is, not exactly difficult to achieve. So there's the bricks, and unfortunately all of my cobblestone is up here, but not exactly a big deal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. There we go. course I have only just got that cheap. So I think once we craft this, I'm going to plonk it down in the manual room back at the start, but power. Okay, let's go in. Okay. So we have enough to make an apiary. Apiary. That is processing, which is cool. I'm fine with that. I assume that's how I make steel these days. Steel, 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 steel. Refined steel? Yeah, refined steel. So steel ingot. Make molten steel. Raw iron, which is in Livery. Yeah, so it looks like raw iron in an infernal blast furnace. Blast furnace becomes steel. And then steel in a bloomery becomes refined steel somehow. Yeah, I don't know either. But yeah, I think once I've crafted this, we will call it a day. It shouldn't take too long to craft, so we'll just go with that. I'll probably make some more seed oil and apiary between this session and next. We'll get started on the bees. They will probably be upstairs as well, because they need to be able to see. Unless I use rocky bees as a base for everything, that seems a bit excessive. What I might do is build a floating platform out in the ocean, because oceans are normally normal in terms of humidity and moisture. No, those are the same thing. Humidity and temperature. It's usually a fairly safe bet just to build a platform out on the ocean and do your bee breeding there. So that's an option. That is definitely an option. Whether we go for it or not, I guess kind of depends on. I mean, it shouldn't be too difficult. I'm sure there are like little platforms or there are raised areas that come close to the surface that we could use as a base instead of having to worry about diving down to try and figure out, to then try and nerd pull up to the surface to then build the platform off the top of. I'm sure that's doable. I do want to make a crossbow at some point. That will be a thing that we do. Dark steel. Where are we getting dark steel? I don't think we have dark steel. I mean, I could be wrong. I don't think I am. Pretty sure we don't have dark steel. So this can go there. So yeah, it's pretty much just a furnace that has some Okay, I think that's going to do it for today. I'll do some stuff between this episode and next. I'll make sure that all of our crops hit 10, 10, 10. I'll make some more seed oil, make some apiaries. Will decide if I want to do it here or if I do want to build something. Because there's like all those little mini islands that we could potentially use as a base point for. Dope. Not what I wanted to do. Can you just like jump me up? Thank you. Yeah, there's all those like little mini islands that we could potentially use as a base point for a platform. So it's not outside the realms of possibility. We could potentially do it. I don't know. We'll see. I'll think about it and we'll see next recording session what actually happens. But thank you guys for joining me as always. I've been Trunks989. This is Regrowth, and I will see you all next time.